Welcome and thank you for visiting my website. I would assume the reason you are here is because you're looking for a solution to your weight problem. Most people who seek my services have tried many of the popular methods of weight loss with no success. Or if they managed to have some success, it was temporary because they could not stick with whatever weight loss advice they followed. So, if the popular methods of weight loss have not worked for you, and you're looking for a way to lose weight and keep it off for life, I can help you. Let me introduce myself. My name is Stavros, and I've been in the weight loss field for over 30 years. I specialize in teaching people how to lose weight for life by putting their weight loss efforts on autopilot, and I truly mean autopilot. I know this sounds too good to be true, but let's assume for a second that is possible. Wouldn't that be awesome? You will be able to have a lean and healthy body without making your life miserable by having to constantly be thinking about what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, and when to fit in your workouts. You would be able to simply live your life, enjoy everything life has to offer, and have a lean and healthy body. It would be like having your cake and eat it too. That would be great, wouldn't it? Well, the fact is, you can't put your weight loss efforts on autopilot, but not the way most fitness programs approach weight loss today. If you watch the rest of the video, I explain how. Let me start by giving you something to think about. How do you think people in healthy regions are able to maintain their lean and healthy body effortlessly? You don't see them worrying about their diet, how many calories to eat, what to eat, and by the way, they eat plenty of carbs, and they definitely don't worry about going to the gym. In contrast, if you look at the 5% of people who are able to keep their weight off with the current methods of weight loss, they constantly have to be thinking about their diet and working out in order to maintain their shape. So what do people in healthy regions do differently that helps them maintain their great shape effortlessly than the 5% who have to continuously be vigilant to keep the weight off? Before I answer the question, I want you to know that I'm uniquely qualified to answer the question because I didn't just study healthy regions, I was born and raised in one. I was born on the Greek island, and when I lived there in the 70s and 80s, lean and healthy was the norm. People lived long, healthy lives free from most diseases we associate with old age. Cancer was a rare disease, and diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia did not exist. Things like hip problems and knee problems were also rare, and there was no flu season. When I moved to the US and later decided to join the fitness field, my upbringing made me question many things I was learning in school about losing weight and getting in shape because many of those things contradicted the way I was raised in Greece. This caused me to take a very different path from other fitness professionals. When I started to look at other healthy regions around the world, I found that they had more in common with the way I was raised in Greece than the way most fitness professionals advise people to lose weight and improve their health. So now, let me get back to answering the question how people in healthy regions are able to maintain their great health effortlessly. The answer is very simple. All the healthy behaviors that they engage in and keeps them in shape, like eating the right foods, eating the right amount of food, and all the activities they engage in, are habitual behaviors. In other words, no conscious thought is required to engage in those behaviors. It's like their fitness program is an autopilot. I remember when I lived in Greece, we did not eat a diet high in fruits and vegetables because we wanted to be healthy. We did not take regular breaks from food because we wanted to give our body a chance to detoxify. We did not walk as much as we did to keep our joints healthy. All those things were habitual behaviors passed down from generation to generation through our traditions. So basically, our subconscious mind, which runs the habitual behaviors, was in charge of the maintenance of our health. So our conscious mind was free to focus on living and enjoying life and not worrying about our diet or activity levels. A few things you need to know about the conscious mind is that it uses up a lot of energy and it requires motivation. Also, it can only focus on one thing at a time, and that could be a problem, especially if you're counting calories, and here's why. If, let's say, you're ready to enjoy a nice meal, but before your conscious mind can focus on enjoying that nice meal, you have to first figure out how many calories that nice meal has. That takes away from the enjoyment of the meal. Yes, you still get some enjoyment, but due to the fact that part of the focus had to go in figuring out calories, you got less enjoyment from that meal, which leaves many people feeling deprived when they count calories. So if you look at how people in healthy regions are able to maintain their great health and how most of the fitness and diet programs approach weight loss, you will find two main differences. The first big difference is the type of healthy behaviors they engage in. Popular weight loss methods advise people to engage in behaviors like counting calories, measuring their food, eliminate whole food groups, engage in intense workouts, just to name a few. If you look at healthy regions, they don't engage in any of those behaviors. But instead, they engage in behaviors like taking regular breaks from food, eating less often. When they do eat, they don't rush their meals. They eat out of true hunger most of the time. And they're active, but they don't engage in high-intensity activities too often. The second big difference is the mind that they rely on. In case you're not familiar with the two minds, let me give you a quick overview. You have your conscious mind, that is the mind that thinks and makes the decisions, and then you have your subconscious mind. That is the mind that runs all your habitual behaviors, just like an autopilot. Popular methods of weight loss rely on the conscious mind to do all the work. In other words, you must think to eat the right foods. You must think to make sure you eat the right amount of food. You must think to get your workouts in. So basically, you must spend a lot of your free time thinking about your diet and workouts in order to maintain your shape. In the healthy regions, all the healthy behaviors that keep people in shape are habitual behaviors. In other words, their subconscious mind is in charge of all the behaviors that keep them in shape. So no conscious thinking is required to maintain their shape, which means their conscious mind is free to enjoy life instead of worrying about their diet or working out. By the way, the reason popular methods of weight loss have to rely on the conscious mind to do all the work is because of two reasons. First, the healthy behaviors that they ask people to engage in to lose weight and get in shape, many of those behaviors, like counting calories for example, can't become habitual no matter how long you stick with those behaviors. And the second reason is the way that they introduce the new behaviors into people's lives. You see, even if a behavior can become habitual, you need to take a certain approach to make it habitual. You can't just introduce new behaviors into your life and expect your subconscious mind to take over. The way most popular methods of weight loss introduce new behaviors into people's lives make it very hard for the new behaviors to become habitual, even if they have the potential of becoming habitual. Can you now see why 95% of the people who lose weight with those methods end up regaining the weight back? Realizing early in my fitness career that what I was learning in school on how to lose weight and get in shape makes it very hard for people to maintain the results, I looked for a different solution, which I found in the way I was raised in Greece and the way people live in healthier regions around the world today. With my approach, the core healthy behaviors that I teach my clients and have the biggest impact on their weight and health are behaviors that all healthy regions around the world have in common and, with a little practice, can become habitual. However, what makes my approach to weight loss so effective at helping people achieve weight loss that stays off is not just the healthy behaviors that I teach. You see, the solution to sustainable weight loss has two parts. Part one is knowing what healthy behaviors you need to engage in and what unhealthy behaviors you need to eliminate in order to lose weight. Part two is knowing how to make all the necessary changes in your habitual behaviors without burning yourself out. This is where many weight loss programs go wrong. They believe that once people see results, they'll be motivated to keep going. That is why they push people to make all the necessary changes in their habitual behaviors as fast as possible so they can lose weight as fast as possible. The fact is, if the method of weight loss is too overwhelming, no matter the results, most people will end up burning out and quitting the weight loss efforts. If you want whatever changes you made in your daily habitual behaviors to last, you need to be careful how you make all the necessary changes. My approach to sustainable weight loss is based on the Kaizen philosophy. Kaizen is an ancient Asian philosophical system on how to best apply change if you want the change to last. Many successful people and companies have used the Kaizen philosophy to achieve great success. For example, Toyota used the Kaizen philosophy to become one of the top car companies in the world. Nestle also used the Kaizen philosophy to become one of the top food companies in the world. I use the Kaizen philosophy with my approach to help my clients adapt into their lives and make completely habitual all the essential healthy behaviors that will put the achievement and, more importantly, the maintenance of a lean and healthy body on autopilot. So my clients, once they achieve the results that they want, they can focus on enjoying life instead of maintaining their shape. Yes, there are many ways you can approach weight loss, but when it comes to sustainable weight loss, you will be hard-pressed to find a way that is more effective than the approach I've taken. Basically, what I'm offering is healthy weight loss without having to constantly be thinking about your diet or workouts to keep it off. Once you go through my program, you will simply live your life, and your new healthy behaviors will make sure your body stays lean and healthy. Because I know people have different needs and wants, I offer a few different ways to join my system. If you scroll down, you'll find some of the ways you can join and finally lose weight for life. I hope I see you in one of my programs.